Hello everyone, my name is Adam, and today I'm going to be showcasing my professional recreation of the Enterprise D, as seen in Star Trek The Next Generation, recreated in Space Engineers for Xbox. Hopefully you are well. I am very excited about this showcase, and I will try and be as straightforward and professional with the presentation as I possibly can. What we'll be looking at is the ship itself, as well as the weapons, the weaponized variant, how to use the weapons, how everything works, and then just kind of looking at the ship. So let's jump into it. Off in the distance is my Voyager J. This is my finished Enterprise D Stardrive Section, a project that has taken hundreds and hundreds of hours to tweak and master and just really perfect everything. So much has gone into this project, and I'm so glad to finally have the Stardrive section done, and also have the saucer section officially under construction. Okay, so here we are. So here we have loaded into the world the Enterprise D combat variant, which means that it actually has the weapons, the rebalanced battle cannons and turrets. There are these funky little turrets, kind of look like almost like a mini Warthog turret, but they are the closest thing to a consistent TNG laser. So it's the color, they're reddish orange, very vibrant, the glow is very strong, but their fire rate is so fast that they actually look like a phaser beam. Like it's so fast that it doesn't look like weaponry or anything. It looks just like a beam. So it works really well. It's the best option to date to have TNG era like weapons for my professional recreation of the Enterprise D. So the saucer section is a work in progress, and it is coming together, and you can see that live here on Twitch. But yeah, super thrilled. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in. I'm going to show you interior, I'm going to show you the bridge, and then I'm going to explain how to bring each weapon online at a time for awesome immersiveness, realness of controlling the weapons and the firing arc. There are many reasons why you don't want all the weapons firing at once. The first one is because the glow that comes off of these weapons, and I'll actually showcase what they look like when they're firing. We'll set up Voyager J as an enemy vessel, and we'll actually see what it's like when the weapons are firing. But it's so bright, and there's so much weaponry spread out all over that you don't want them all firing at once unless it's absolutely necessary, like your opponent is that much of a threat and needs to be obliterated as fast as possible. Because the reality is, when you're in combat and you bring weapons online at a time, those other weapons that aren't firing because they don't have a specific firing arc or something like that, they could get destroyed when not active. They could be, getting targeted and stuff. And if that makes sense, as another reason why you kind of want to bring them online at a time, not just for a sense of realism, but also for the fact that they cause friendly damage. Every single modded weapon on Xbox, except the Star Wars turbo lasers to date, causes friendly damage. What that means is it will shoot through your ship to get to a target. It will shoot right at another turret to get a line of sight. It's really bad. It shouldn't be an issue, but it is, and this is a way to prevent damage to your own ship, and also really have it like how the Star Trek weapons work in universe is they don't all fire at once. They fire when they have a shot. It's controlled bursts and stuff like that. It's not like phasers and everything fires at once. And that Picard imitation went there, but we tried. So yeah, that's as simple as the interior is. You have these hallways using the new TNG style passageways that we got in the new last update for Space Engineers, which gave new pieces, so DLC pieces. So you're gonna want to have all the DLCs because essential stuff like my ships use the Glamour DLC paint for the Bizarre Collectors, Deflector Dishes, Warp Nacelles. That's the paint that gives that glowing shimmer and whatnot. But yeah, so I expect you to have the DLCs. But anyway, so here we're on the battle bridge. I did it as accurate to the TNG battle bridge as I could, while also having something that was like roomy and a good bridge, and also making use of the space I have inside the ship. So you have a TNG like battle bridge, I did the best. The actual main bridge on the saucer will be a lot more, in the saucer will be a lot more accurate and whatnot. Okay, so here we are in the ship. This is your flying cameras. You got a great zoom out from the aft, full front zoom in. That's as wide as far zoomed out as it can be. Kind of see how everything looks. NCC 1701D on the pylons, reflector dish, the neck, Cobra head, yeah, the actual bridge module itself. Yeah, the escape pods, that's what those tan details are, all the escape pods. So let's talk about the phaser strips, okay? So the phaser strips, the main ones are 17 weapons in length. So the one on the top, the one on the underside, then you have your secondary phaser strips, your 2 on the underside of the pylons, those are each 12. Then you have your other phaser strips, which are 5 in length, the 2 above the shuttle bays, 2 and 3, and then the 2 on the back top, and then 2 in the back front. So a total of 10 weapons. So yeah, okay. So how everything works, your main page, when you hop into the captain's chair, you have your jump drive. That's just jump drive, max distance. You have left on the D-pad will bring all weapons online at a time. Right now they're off. You have your beacon. You have your shoot on and off the torpedoes. That's pretty straightforward, right? So that's your main page. If you press the toggle stick down and press B, you can toggle to the next page, or the previous page is A. So you hold that down and press B or A to go, next page or previous, right? So we're going to go to the next page when we see our jump drive controls. Up on the D-pad is jump, left in the D-pad is increased distance, and right in the D-pad is decreased jump distance. So you can make calculated jumps. As well, you can see another option for the torpedo tube in the neck, because it's the only one. The Enterprise D itself has the torpedo tube be in the aft, but that's where I put the door to the interior, so you can actually get to flying in the drive section. So if you press that down, that's manual fire. So that's another weapon option for that. Now if we hold down our top stick again and press B, we have our first page of weapons. There's a total of 3. 2, and then 3. So I'm going to explain it so you understand how to use these weapons if you do decide to use them one at a time. Or, bring some of them online at a time in an organized, epic, badass fashion, okay? Top and bottom, pressing up and down the D-pad brings your main phaser strips online. Pressing up on the D-pad will bring the main phaser strip on the Cobra head online. Pressing down the D-pad will bring the underside main phaser strip online. Then pressing left on the D-pad and right on the D-pad, that brings the secondary phaser strips, the left one on the underside of the pylon facing left, and facing right, the underside pylon. So I think that's pretty straightforward. I shouldn't need to explain it any more than that. Right now we're going to press the next page, and you see that we have 3 options except 1. That's how you know that's your left side, and this is the right side for the page. So for the left side, pressing up and down on the D-pad, up is top, down is bottom for those back phaser strips, right on the very, very back of the drive section. And then pressing left on the D-pad will actually bring the left side phaser strip above the shuttle bay 2. That will bring that online. And it's the exact same way with the right. Up and down is top and bottom for bringing those phaser strips online, and then pressing right on the D-pad will bring the right phaser strip above shuttle bay 3. Shuttle bay cargo bay 3. And it's as simple as that. But I wanted to do a showcase, not just showcasing my Enterprise D, where it is now, especially for YouTube, and also for the build page itself, but also explain how the weapons work. And we have a rare opportunity, instead of having to attack Voyager J, which I'm sure some of you wouldn't be against, as some people don't like Voyager J. I found building Voyager J in Discovery Season 3. I was the first person to do it in the world. No one done in Minecraft or any other video game 3D models aside. Some ones were good, but I was the first person to build in Space Engineers Minecraft, just in general. I built that thing when there wasn't even like actual profile images of it. So, very proud of that. Okay, so let's attack this space pirate ship, and we'll actually showcase what bringing these weapons online are like. The target's going to go down fast, but it is a cool way to attack an enemy vessel, so let's pull up on it and kind of show off what the weapons look like when they're firing. Yeah, as you can see, it accelerates hella fast. This is fully light armor. The heavy armor version will use mods for thrusters, gyros, batteries, all of that, but you can see she's very maneuverable. She flies very elegantly. But light armor is so fragile, so I will be rebuilding the whole Enterprise D Stardrive Section and Saucer Section in heavy armor because light armor is too fragile. And I play with this thing in combat, and it gets shredded pretty fast, and it sucks. It's just no fun. Light armor is, yes, it's good, like your ship's light and maneuvers better and accelerates better and stuff like that, but it's your ship gets wrecked. You know, the heavy armor is just so much more durable, and in the sense of using weapons, especially when it comes to modded weapons, like using the Star Wars weapons, like I use the Star Wars weapons for the Kelvin Timeline Enterprise. Alright, so we're getting into range, so if I bring my main phaser strip online, we should be getting close. It's hard to tell with these. There we go. Kind of see it there. Passed so fast, and we just shredded the thing, right? But that was a little peek at what it's like. It's a reddish orange beam, very vibrant and whatnot. That space pirate ship got so shredded, but you know, the rebalanced ones are very reasonable against light armor. I mean, the space pirate ship was small, so it got shredded by that much weaponry. But yeah, hopefully that's a great look at the Enterprise D. There are many other ships that are going to be in my TNG era fleet once the Enterprise D is fully done, but the Saucer Section is a work in progress, and I am streaming that live on Twitch, so if you do want to see the stuff built live and see how I do it, I love to teach and I love to showcase just how I do these builds. They take a lot of time, but I have methods and all that, and I take pride in what I do. I love what I do, and I'm so excited to be able to share the ship with you, and also kind of do a proper showcase for my Enterprise D so you guys can see it. Now, I know the Enterprise D isn't the Enterprise D with the Saucer Section, and that's why it's so thrilling that I'm actually making progress on the Saucer Section officially. It's super exciting. And also the Type 6 shuttlecraft. You know, that's sort of like everyone compares it to like a very stylish minivan. Yeah, well, I built that in small grid, and that will actually go in my main shuttle bay. That's available for download. There'll be a showcase for that. So I could spawn it in, but since I don't have the mods loaded into the world, as I want to reduce loading times, I can't spawn it in completely because it will be missing the thrusters and stuff, since it uses mods heavily, like small grid jump drive, so it can actually go to warp. You know, different things, so it can actually fly in atmosphere. And the Enterprise D and heavy armor will use mods, so it can actually function. Anyway, yeah, super thrilled. This thing's been a work in progress for a long time. It still has a long way to go, but there you go. Now you can understand the weapons and use it and have fun and create your own battles and kick serious ass. And the heavy armor variant will be the exact same, but it will just be able to take no damage and deal out a ton. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. If you liked, please leave a like, subscribe, and follow Twitch and YouTube, VoiceOver Gaming. Always coming at you guys with new stuff. I hope to see you in the next video or stream. Till then, thanks for watching, and peace.